You know that moment at 3 p.m. in your office, when the screen blurs and your mind wanders to scrolling your phone under the desk. Your boss walks by, doesn't notice, but inside something tightens, not guilt exactly, more like a quiet resentment building. You've been here 5 days a week for years, promising yourself weekends off to fix everything. But they slip away in Netflix binges and takeout regrets. You're not failing spectacularly, you're just drifting. And deep down, that drift feels like the real cage, because mastering yourself isn't about grinding harder, it's about seeing the invisible chains you forged yourself, the ones disguised as comfort, habits, and just this once. Picture your coworker, the one who always volunteers for extra projects. He gets the pat on the back, the promotion whispers. You watch him, tell yourself he's a suck-up, but then your own tasks pile up because hitting refresh on social media feels easier. It's not laziness, it's protection. Your brain, wired from years of small defeats, whispers that effort invites pain. Remember last month? You skipped the gym after work, told your roommate you'd start tomorrow, ended up ordering pizza while he lifted weights in the living room. He didn't say a word, but his quiet discipline hit harder than any lecture. That sting? It's your first clue. True self-mastery starts here, in the shadows of comparison, not to beat others, but to spot the gap between who you let yourself be and who you could command. That gap widens every time you cave to the people closest to you. Your family group chat lights up with your sister's latest vacation pics, all filters and freedom. She quit her job last year, backpacked Asia on savings you wish you had. You like the post, add a fire emoji, but inside envy coils like smoke. Not because she's better, because she moved while you stayed put, excusing it as responsibility. Family dinners turn into minefields. Dad asks why you're still at that job. Mom sighs about grandkids, and you nod along, swallowing the urge to snap back. It's easier to agree, to play the reliable one. But reliability without control is just surrender. You're handing them pieces of your will, one polite "yeah, sure" at a time. The power shift happens silently. They shape your choices while you pretend it's love. Friends do it too, subtler. That group hangout where everyone orders rounds and you match them drink for drink because saying no kills the vibe. Last Friday, Mike suggested shots at 11 p.m. You were exhausted from a double shift but laughed it off and joined. Next morning, pounding head, missed alarm, late to work boss's side-eye burns. Mike texts epic night lol, no mention of your hangover hell. He walks away unscathed because he knows his limits, you don't. These are the micro battles where you lose ground. Not to them directly, but to the version of you that folds under social gravity. Mastering yourself means flipping that script not by confrontation, but by withdrawing your automatic yes. Watch how they react when you sip water instead. The discomfort, that's their power over you cracking. Now lean into that discomfort because it's your map. You felt it before, scrolling late at night, feed full of guys your age, launching side hustles or hitting PS at the gym. You close the app, promise change, but morning hits and the cycle restarts. Why? Your environment owns you. That cluttered desk at home, snacks in every drawer, phone notifications pinging like alarms. It's not random, it's a web you spun to avoid the void of real choice. Think of your neighbor, the quiet guy who jogs at dawn. You see him from your window, coffee in hand, judging silently. But he's not showing off, he's claiming territory. His routine isn't flashy, it's a fortress. Yours crumbles because you let chaos in, mistaking it for freedom. To build your own, start invisible. No announcements, no apps tracking streaks, just one deliberate subtraction. Next time your boss dumps overtime on you, don't rant to colleagues, pause. Feel the reflex to complain, then redirect it. Use that energy for a walk around the block instead of venting. 5 minutes alone, no phone. Notice how your thoughts sharpen without the noise. It's ruthless simplicity. Strip away the filler, and what's left demands attention. Your mind fights it at first. Memories of past quits flood in, family voices echoing, "Don't rock the boat." That's the old guard resisting. Let them chatter, you're not arguing, you're observing. Observation turns the tide. Spend a week cataloging your leaks, not in the journal they preach about, but mentally like a spy in your own life. That 2 p.m. slump triggered by the vending machine hum and colleague chit-chat, skip it, step outside. Feel the air hit your face, thoughts untangle. Evening with friends. Notice how one beer leads to 3 because their laughs pull you in. Order soda. Steer the talk to their stories. Suddenly you're directing, not drifting. At home, your partner's Netflix nudge after dinner? Suggest a game instead, something low stakes like cards. They push back mildly. You hold firm without explaining. The win isn't the game, it's the muscle flexing beneath. These flexes compound, but only if unseen. Announce your glow up and judgment ascends. Your buddy texts Jim Bro now. It stings, plants doubt, keep it shadowed. Transform in the cracks, wake 30 minutes early, not for burpees, but to sit still while the house sleeps. No music, no plan. Just breathe, watch thoughts parade, excuses about the job, fears of failing alone. They lose power named. By week 2, that office haze lifts, ideas flow during meetings you once zoned out of. Boss notices your sharper inputs, assumes it's natural talent, it's not. It's leverage you claim from yourself. Leverage builds empires inwardly first. Recall the promotion you didn't chase last year, too risky. They might say no. Fear masked as caution. Now, with your quiet reserves, pitch it differently. Not begging, stating facts you've observed. I've handled X and Y, this project fits. No emotion, just the reality you've engineered. They agree because you radiate unshakable calm, the kind that comes from nights reclaiming your attention. Friends sense it too. Invitations shift from bars to your curated hangs. Family probes less, respecting the boundary you never voiced. But here's the danger zone. Early wins tempt indulgence. That first raise burns a whole new gadgets, nights out to celebrate. Old you returns, whispering, you deserve it. Counter it with calculated denial. Bank half. Invest in skills that compound silently, a coding course during lunch, language podcasts on commutes, your sister calls gushing about her travels, you listen, then share your micro progress. Not bragging, mirroring her freedom, but yours is rooted unbreakable. She pauses, intrigued, power dynamics flip, you're no longer the stuck one. Deeper still, mastery unmasks the ultimate rival you. Those 2M spirals replaying arguments with your ex or that overlooked idea at work, they're not random. They're fractures where control slips. Face them head on in isolation. After a draining day, don't numb with screens, recreate the scene mentally. What did you miss? The boss's tone when he dismissed you, not anger, boredom. Next time, preempt it with a question that pulls them in. X's ghost, dissect the pattern, you yielded ground in small ways, eroding respect. Apply it forward, no more auto-apologies and new connections. This inward surgery reveals allies in unexpected places. Your once annoying coworker? Study him now, not with envy, but strategy. He skips office gossip, you do too, building parallel focus. Family gatherings, position yourself as observer, dad's rants lose grip. When you nod less, probe deeper. What made you stay at that job so long? He opens up, you gain wisdom without lectures. Friends evolve or fade, those who demand your old energy drift, making room for equals who respect boundaries. Plateaus hit inevitably. 3 months in, progress stalls, tiredness creeps back, disguised as life stresses. This is the forge. Double down on detachment, not coldness, but selective investment. Job drama, let it wash over, channel fury into a side project that pays residuals. Partner nags about chores, handle yours flawlessly, ignore the rest, tension breaks, they adapt. The ruthless truth, mastery isn't constant high energy, it's endurance through the grind where most quit. Endurance forges the unbreakable core. Imagine 6 months from now, same office, but you're the one they orbit, ideas land because you've primed the field. Friends defer to your plans, family seeks your take. No fanfare, just gravitational pull. You've mastered the silent games against impulses that scatter you, people who dilute you, environments that erode you. The mirror reflects not a changed face, but a commanded one. Yet pause here in the quiet after. You've built this power, but it hungers. Neglected a day, phone doom scroll, extra drink and cracked spiderweb. The real mastery, eternal vigilance, not victory laps. You're free now, but freedom without chains demands you become the chain master. Lie to yourself once and the drift returns, subtler, hungrier. So ask in the dark, who rules you today? The answer isn't words, it's the life you wake to tomorrow.